At about 3:25, I was on phone, minding my own business, working as usual. Then I had a huge blast just behind me. But at that point, I thought the blast was from Dozit because I'm very security conscious. So I thought it was a bomb, and I thought it was at Dozit. And I told my guys, we are under attack. So I got up, I dropped the phone, I looked for my car keys. Then, before I did anything, there was a shootout.
There was a shootout.
Immediately, people
Where
were sporadically from all directions, but downstairs. So they're shooting from all over the place. Employees are running all over the place. People are screaming. Guys are trying to run out, and in the process, when the shootout intensifies, people are running back. So at that point, I realized that the best thing to do is to find the safest place to hide. So I veered because it's a long corridor. I went to the far left. I found myself, I found a store that was open, full of things that were piled up, so I went right behind and hid there. But after about 5 minutes, there were people coming, so I really got frightened. So those are other colleagues who joined me, including, I think, a colleague from a different office, I think on the 4th floor, who was going down through the staircase, and when the shooting intensified, they came back inside. So at that point, really, you don't know what to do. Your phone is ringing, people are calling you, you're trying to reach family to let them know that you're safe. Then something very strange happened. Shooting got very close to where I was. So at that point, I took my last prayers, and I told God, thank you for the gift of life. And if this is how it was meant to end, let it be. Yeah.
How many casualties have you witnessed?
I haven't witnessed any because, there's evacuation going on. I wouldn't want to speculate at this stage on how many people are injured, how many have been dead, because I don't have that information.
How fast did help get to you?
I must commend our forces, because at one point I was really concerned because given that my phone was working, and I know a lot of people in security forces, I've got friends, and I made contact, and as I was talking to them, they told me, no, we're already on the ground. Because then when there's a shootout, you don't know whether it is the terrorists who are shooting or really it is the police. So I think because of that quick response, there was an exchange of fire, and that contained the situation.
What's the situation like right now inside?
It's still anxious, I must say. We still have some colleagues holed up inside, but we're in touch with them. So as much as I'm out and I thank God to be alive, I am concerned that we haven't accounted for everybody that are working.
Like how many of them are held up inside?
There are about 6 held up. Yeah.
And what did you see when you were getting out?
Security all over the place. I think from where I was, I did not see any casualties. But I think you people must have seen what is happening in the social media.
Yes, we have.
I think you can see things are strewn all over the place. That's all we can see, but we're not seeing it firsthand.
How are you feeling now?
Relieved. Adrenaline is still running. I'm glad, but I think this is really senseless. Whoever is behind this, I must say, we must condemn it in the strongest terms possible. We're not going to be cowed. We won't be cowed, because if we cowed, then they defeat us. We must join hands together and find ways and means of fighting terror with all our might and resources. Because this is senseless.